Morning everybody and happy Monday. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. It is stupidly early in the morning. It's 8 AM. I have worked 10 till 5 today, so I am stupidly tired, but I do have a reading update from last night. If you watched last week's vlog, then you'll know that I wanted to get to page 200 before I went to sleep. I wanted to do it before midnight and I did manage to do it. I just also didn't get to play on PlayStation. So it was really cool because the chapter ended on page 200, so I'm now on page 201, chapter 17, and I'm also just past halfway, which is great. Obviously I'm going to read on my bus this morning and my bus on the way home, if I can find the energy to do so. I'm stupidly sleepy and want to go back to bed. I have work, so I'm going to have to get up. Obviously you can see I'm already ready. It's about 20 past 8 and work is my only plan today as well, so as soon as I get home from work I'm going to probably take a nap and then I'll get back onto reading Red Queen. I want to read at least 100 pages again today, including what I read on the buses as well, so I need 300. There's 380 something pages, so if I read 100 pages today and then 100 pages tomorrow, it should be finished and I can be able to move on. At the minute it's kind of just an average book. I've seen a lot of the plot twists coming, the major plot points that aren't obvious. There are so many phrases and stuff that are just typical YA phrases, which is kind of bugging me. Last night she did the typical I let out the breath I didn't know I was holding in line and I physically rolled my eyes before moving on. It's a very typical YA book and it's not bad, I'm not hating it, it's just definitely just an average book. There's nothing amazingly special about it and nothing like gripping me and pulling me back into read. The voice is really deep because I'm tired and I still have a sore throat from Saturday night. Don't sing at the top of your lungs in a club and then also try to talk to someone next to you, because then you have to scream down their ear and your throat hurts. Your throat's not feeling the best, but there is also something going around like with sore throats and headaches and stuff. I do have a minor headache as well. My only plan today is work and sleep because I'm so tired. I guess I better go. I better go to work. I don't want to go to work because I'm tired. So I normally leave around 1:45 to go to work, but apparently I can't do that today as it's Bank Holiday Monday and the buses are stupidly far apart, and I just checked the app on my phone and it says there's one in 2 minutes and there's one in 32 minutes and I can't leave in 32 minutes because then I'll be late. So I'm having to leave at like 20 past 8. I'm really not about this life. I'm just going to be stupidly early to work when I'm in before we even open anyway. I'm home now and I immediately got onto my bed as, like I said earlier, I'm having a really lazy day. My voice feels a little bit better, but I can still like hear the difference. I don't know if it's picked up on camera. I can definitely hear the difference and it really hurts to talk. So I'm probably just going to be chilling tonight, playing the Walking Dead game. Reading done. I did some reading this morning on the bus and a bit on the way home, but not as much as I did on the way there because I was a bit distracted by my phone, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely looks like I've read a whole lot more. Now on chapter 20, which is page 242, which means I read about 40 pages and I have about 140-ish pages left to read. I plan to read page 300 before the end of the night, which we'll see how that goes. I know I'm probably going to get really distracted by this game, but that's fine. I'll definitely dedicate a little bit later to reading. Just right now I want to chill, I want to play the game, cow and do nothing. It wasn't busy at work, which was good. We did have a mini lunch rush, which was a bit annoying because at the time I was also the only one at the bar. Really annoying. The only other person available was a gas collector and they can't exactly serve. So I was basically stuck on the bar with a bit of a lunch rush on my own. Eventually people showed up and we got through them and we got them served, but I had some customers like, "You're doing really well, like through us really quickly considering," and I was like, "Yeah, I know, thanks, what can I get you?" Trying to be like very quick with the customers, but that was only for like 10 minutes or so. Yeah, the rest of the shift was pretty quiet, pretty chill. It was actually a really entertaining shift, just in terms of like me and my colleagues just joking around. But yeah, I'm gonna play some of The Walking Dead now, do a bit more reading of Red Queen. I'm so nearly done with it and it's still a very average book. I'm about 2/3, 3/4-ish way through and the action's just starting. Time to sleep. I just finished that episode of The Walking Dead, and I think I'm now on the last episode of this season, which is terrifying. I nearly cried, and if you've watched or played this game, then I just finished episode 4 and I'm not very happy. I'm not a happy chappy, right? It's time to focus on some reading, I believe. I don't even know what time it is, but I'm gonna go read some of Red Queen, hopefully get to page 300 before I do anything else. I want to finish this game right this second. I know what happens because I watched PewDiePie play it, but I need to play it myself. And I know for a fact I'm going to cry at the end of this season when that thing happens. And I'm not okay with it. Credits are still rolling. So I read to page 318, which is chapter 25. And I've just realised I only have like 63-ish pages left, and now I'm debating whether or not to finish it tonight or wait tomorrow, as I know I can definitely get it finished tonight because it's about 10 to 10 and 60 pages will take me about an hour. So if all things go well, then I'll finish around midnight, which is great, and then I can be like, yeah, I finished Red Queen on the first day of the vlog, which is something I never do. I never finish a book on the first day of the vlog. Usually it's a few days in or like towards the end of the vlog. So I'm really debating finishing this and just getting it over with and then picking out another book in the morning, but I'm not sure. I can't decide. I only have an hour to do it. So good morning everybody and happy Tuesday. Somehow today I've managed to sleep in until 2 PM. Now about 2:30 and I leave in about an hour. So today's vlog is going to be a little bit different and weird in terms of the fact that this is probably going to be the only clip you get to see. I don't know how I managed to sleep till 2 PM. I haven't done that in a very long time. I woke up at 10:30 and then I just kept going nah and then kept going back to sleep. And I was waking up quite often. And then I finally woke up around 2:45 and what the heck's going on? I need to get ready for work because I leave for work at 3:30. Here I am getting ready for work at 2:30 and no other time for anything in my day. So today's portion of the vlog is going to be pretty bogus. I'm practically ready now. So I still do have about an hour to do something. But I wanted to give you a reading update as well, as I finished Red Queen last night. I was debating whether or not to, which I think I mentioned in the vlog. I was debating whether or not I wanted to actually go ahead and finish. When I saw I only had about 60 pages left, I thought, you know what, I might as well. So I did, and I rated it 3-star on my Goodreads. It's probably somewhere between a 3 and a 3.5. It is a good book. It's an alright book. It's just nothing new. It's nothing I haven't already read before. The plot was very, very predictable. I did kind of get spoiled a little bit on something to do with Maven. I wasn't told what happens, told that it was something to do with Maven. Kind of realised what was gonna happen. And it was fine. Like, I didn't really care. I wasn't that attached to Maven, as was everybody else in this book. And I feel like because I got spoiled pretty early on, I didn't let myself get attached to Maven. Cal was always my favourite anyway. It was an alright book. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to continue with the series. I am a bit curious, but it's just nothing. It was so predictable that, like, is the rest of the series going to be this predictable? And because I was impatient and I wanted to know what I wanted to read instantly, I pulled out 2 books from my TBR jar. I got More Happy Than Not and Gemini, and I decided to go with More Happy Than Not just because it's a smaller book, and I'm kind of stuck with how to do this because I need to finish a book before Monday if I start one, the 24-hour readathon, but I also need to finish a book before the end of the month if I want it to go in that wrap up. So I went with the smallest one, and also this is the only Adam Silvera book I haven't read, and I love this cover, and it's only 290 something pages I thought, and I can definitely get this read hopefully before the end of the month, and also hopefully, and if not, then at least before Monday. I know I'll definitely get it finished by Monday. So I'm going to be reading More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. Bad is I'm not even going to get an hour's worth of reading in today like I intended to either, because I was stupid and stayed asleep till 2:30. Good morning everybody and happy Wednesday. Ignore the monstrosity that is my appearance. Got out of the shower and just got dressed. And I'm here now, and I have about 3.5 hours before I'm going to go and meet Cassidy. And I decided in the spur of the moment last night, it's time before I go and meet Cassidy, I'm going to clean my room and then reorganise my bookshelves. 3 hours ain't enough, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want my shelves newly organised so I'm not familiar with them for when I do the blindfolded thing for this. It's all rubbed off but when I do the blindfolded thing, I want to not be familiar with my shelves. I was just gonna do it on Tia or Shakira's shelf. I want to do it for a video. I want to like do my TBR for a video because we're making this a seasonal thing, so every 3 months we're going to be doing it. I'll make a whole video about it. It should be up tomorrow, but today's going to be a whole lot of montage footage because I'm going to be doing the reorganization, and then I'm going to be going roller skating with Cassidy, so today's just going to be a whole lot of montage, but I don't think I've gotten any so far, so we should be good. You should be allowing me this moment of montaging. Now I wanted to give you a quick reading update. Yesterday on the bus to work, I started More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, and I read to chapter 5, which is page, take a flipping bookmark with me because I'm an idiot, chapter 5, which is page 45, so I read 45 pages. Can't wait to keep going. Probably should have figured this, but there is a huge trigger warning for suicide, so if you're going to read this book, just know that. To reorganizing my bookshelves, this should be fun. And I'm not sure whether I actually gave you an overview of my bookshelves, so here it is in all of its glory. Still needs some working on. There are still a few bits that either have gaps in it that don't need to have gaps in it. It's got a random gap there, it just doesn't need it. Obviously I have my TBR books taken out of here. Tia's taken 2 books, I believe. It looks a lot different. It looks like I've got a lot more books, if that makes sense. Like before it kind of just looked really overcrowded, but now that it's set out it kind of seems like I have a lot more books than what I thought I did. I have my TBR set up. I also haven't done any reading today of More Happy Than Not. Everything I managed to get done today just didn't include reading, and then obviously I went out with Cassidy and we got the bus together, so I wasn't going to be rude and read with her there. Had a really good time. We went roller skating, but we didn't stay for too long. We stayed for about an hour. She's just not that good of a roller skater. I think she mainly went because I said I'd never been, and so we went roller skating, stayed there for about an hour, and then we decided that there was no point because for the past half an hour of that said hour we were just kind of sitting there, so we decided to leave. We went to Pizza Hut and we got a pizza, sat and had a chat, and then as tradition we went and sat on the park near my bus stop on the way home. We sat there for a few hours just chilling and talking. It was a really good night. At 11:30, so I may even do some reading tonight. Good morning everybody and happy Thursday. I'm having a bit of issues with my laptop and YouTube and video uploading it. As yesterday I filmed the Readers Long announcement and my TBR, and I've edited it and I've saved it 3 separate times, and it's saving, and then I go to upload it and I get this screen. What it's basically saying is this video has failed to process. Please make sure you're uploading a supported file type. I haven't changed my file type. I use the exact same way of saving every single time. Also tried restarting my laptop and it's doing the exact same thing. Kira's recommended me using a different search engine, so I may try uploading it on Firefox. I saved again because I'm currently saving it again, and I really hope I can get this up because it's already really short notice. 5 days maximum notice for the readathon. Like I'm uploading this today and then the readathon's on Monday, so it's really not that much notice. Finally managed to get it up. Finally. Okay, so now that that managed to get up, I now have 2 hours before I need to leave and I'm completely ready other than my shoes and socks, which means I can commit some time to doing some reading. I'm gonna go onto my bed and read some. It will also correspond with yesterday's hour of reading because I didn't get any done. But I've actually left early. It's only 3 o'clock, but I have done some reading of More Happy Than Not, and I'm chapter 11. I can't remember what page it is, but 70 something. It's about 3 o'clock. I've just had some food and I decided to just leave early because I needed to get out of the house. One of those days where things just seem to be crappy and I wanted to get away from it. On the bus, I'm probably just gonna sit around town, do some reading around town. Very sunny today, which I'm not a big fan of. I wish the sun would go back to where it hid for the past week and a half. I'm home from work. I was going to update you on my way to work just after I'd finished doing my chunk of reading. In the end, I ended up reading until very close to when I had to be at work. I left myself 10 minutes to get to work. Keep in mind I was only 5 minutes away, but then you have to go upstairs and you have to get all your stuff down, prepared, and like see what's going on. So I did have the time to, I just didn't want to rush it out because I read a huge chunk of this book today. I can't really tell you what chapter number I'm on because I didn't know this before today, but there are different parts to this book. Obviously I knew there were different parts because this one's called Part 1 Happiness, and like obviously it changes. I read a huge chunk since then and I'm now on Part 3 of the book, which is Unhappiness. Oh, Part 0. I'm confused. Part 1, I'm finding out so many different things about this book now. Part 1, which is Happiness. Part 2, which is a different happiness. Now I'm on Part 0, which is Unhappiness. And this is about memories. That's why, because it's his memories. Okay, I get it now. It's a memory thing, so it's like a flashback, which is why it's Part 0. That makes sense. And then I'll be on Part 3, but this entire bit here is one single chapter, which is why I stopped reading. I'm now on page 173, which is Part 0, and it doesn't have a chapter name. It's just called Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. And then the next time there is another like chapter page, which is chapter 1 part 3, page 211. So that's a big chunk to read for one chapter, which is why I stopped reading. But I am honestly loving this book stupid amounts. I love Adam Silvera's writing so much. I'm pretty sure this is the last book of his, the first book published, but it's the last book of all of his published works that I haven't read. He needs to come out with something new because I'm not a contemporary person. I'm definitely an LGBT contemporary person, which is probably why I like him so much, but I'm not a contemporary person and he makes me like contemporary. I actually have enough contemporary books now that I actually decently like that I have a contemporary shelf. So I knew there was a reason I read this book before getting ready. Morning everyone, and happy Friday. I just finished More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera and I'm a freaking mess. Honestly, a freaking mess. It's about 1:30 and I've been reading basically since I woke up. I've been like, it's not even like sad crying, I've just been crying for the past like 10 pages. I love Adam Silvera's writing so much. I think I've cried at every book of his. He knows exactly where to hit me and he does it hard. I can't. Rest for work, I've done my makeup finally back and I've finally stopped crying and composed myself a little bit. I've put the book back, I've sorted out my Goodreads, and now I'm just catching up on some YouTube. I haven't watched any of Shakira's Vida, haven't watched anyone's vlogs in a very long time. Currently on Shakira's booktube channel because that's what I live for, booktube content, and then I'm gonna go and move on to actual videos and stuff. I'm watching this while having some lunch. I have some pizza. It's hot. I still have about an hour before I need to leave, so that's okay. It's gonna be weird not reading on the bus though. I'm doing it. I'm leaving my house without a book. I don't like it. Good morning everybody and happy Saturday. I've been sitting at my desk for about an hour-ish now, getting ready. Whilst I was getting ready, I was catching up on some more YouTube, and I'm now completely caught up with Shakira's Vida and their booktube channel, and now I'm going on to OK Baby. Shakira, this is how much I love you. I watched you before I caught up on OK Baby. OK Baby has some seriously long videos up recently though, and I have 5, 10, 11 of them to watch. First one being 20 minutes long and the rest of them being 10 minutes long. There's no way in hell I'm gonna catch up on these today. Me and Shakira both have work tonight at 5 till finish, and it's going to be a late one because we have a massive wedding. We're probably going to get out 2:33 at the latest, I hope. Goes down's just going to be a bit of a bitch, basically. We're also heading into town early as I'm booking a tattoo today and Shakira has some jeans that they need to return, and we'll probably just grab some food whilst we're down there. So we're going to go in it's about 12:15 now. I haven't been reading. I didn't read yesterday, and I haven't read... Oh, I did read yesterday. Yesterday's when I finished More Happy Than Not. But I didn't read on the bus yesterday, and I haven't read anything today, and it feels really weird. Because lately I've been waking up and getting in my hour of reading as soon as I wake up. And I'm just not, because I'm not reading now until 3rd, which is only 2 days from now, but it feels like that's 2 days of reading that I should be doing. But to be fair, I have a huge TBR for the readathon, and obviously I'm not going to get it all done, so as soon as I finish the readathon I can just get straight back into it, hopefully, if I don't burn myself out. And hopefully none of these books do burn me out, because I have some pretty high fantasy books in there, I think. Guess I should put it in as a reminder now then that there won't be a Monday part to next week's vlog, as I always do my 24-hour readathons as its own separate thing. But I also have Sunday, Monday and Tuesday off work, so Sunday is probably going to be really boring. It's going to be a day full of editing for me, and Tuesday is either going to be a day full of editing the 24-hour readathon, or it's going to be a day of sleeping. So we'll see how entertaining the end of this vlog and the beginning of next week's vlog is. Good morning, it's Saturday. Everybody, and happy Monday. Sarah wanted to join in with that and say good morning, guys. As you can see from that, I'm actually catching up on a bit more YouTube. Just chilling out in my bedroom. The readathon starts at midnight tonight, and I managed to get a very big sleep in. I slept until like 2. I was up until 4 AM last night just reading on my, not actual books, I was just reading through some old posts. It was really fun to read. And I stayed up to like 4 o'clock doing so. I woke up at 10 and I was like, I can't wake up right now. I just laid there and I managed to fall back asleep, and then next time I looked at my clock it was like 2:30. So I have some food in the oven because I missed breakfast, so I'm having lunch. And I might even clean my room, give me something to do for the next couple of hours to get ready as well, because I need to go over to Tia and Shakira's. I'm gonna start it there. It's kind of like a tradition to like do 24-hour readathons together. Me and Shakira are both hosting it. I feel like we should be together whilst we're doing that. We will be vlogging it, so on Thursday there will be a vlog of the 24-hour readathon. I hope Shakira's vlogging it as well because we haven't not so far. Also, something really cool happened this morning, and on Instagram and Twitter we got put onto the readathon guide pages. Like on the Instagram they posted a picture about our readathon with our challenges and that we hosted it, and on the Twitter as well, and it's actually blown my mind. Amazing, that's incredible. Like, we didn't reach out, or at least I didn't reach out, I don't know if Shakira did. We didn't reach out to them, and we got mentioned, our readathon got mentioned, so this means that like we might actually get some public people like joining in with us and stuff, and really really cool to think about. I actually am amazed. I totally forgot to tell you, but I brought books, and yeah, but I bought 3 books, and I got a new Waterstones card as well, using a lot obviously. I brought 3 books. The first book I brought was Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foodie. Kira was actually going to buy this, but they decided they wanted to buy another book instead, and as they were putting it down, they're just like, you know, this is about circus, and I was like, circus? Where? What? Where? Why? Why? How? Where? Why? So I had to pick it up. I read the blurb and it sounds very very interesting. I definitely think I'm going to really enjoy this, so I got this one. I really can't wait. I'm obsessed with circus books. I don't know what it is, but I am. The next book I got was on the buy one get one half price table, and it is City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. I've been wanting to read this for a while. Again, Shakira also wants to read this, so it's a bonus that I picked it up because then they can borrow it. I've been wanting to read this for a while, and it's in my Halloween TBR. It's in my October TBR. How many books in my October TBR like that I just want to get around to, because I feel like I don't read the spooky books anymore. So I picked this up, and writing in it is absolutely huge. I know I will fly through this book. I really can't wait to read it. I'm also considering changing this out in my 24-hour readathon for the autumnal cover, because it's about ghosts, which it's autumnal as it is because of Halloween, and it's red, which was the original challenge, was red on the cover, and the one I picked out now has orange on the cover. So I don't know, I may take this one with me. And then the next book may shock you, because you're going to be like, Waverly, you already have that, why have you brought it again? Well, I brought Children of Blood and Bone again, and this one seems thicker. I don't know where I've moved it to. Yeah, no, I don't know. It seems thicker. I don't think it actually is, but it seems it. Adeyemi has recently been to the Waterstones in Nottingham, and she signed a bunch of books. We were so angry because Shakira recently brought it like the day before we went to Waterstones, and we saw all the signed copies. She bought it for £4, and this is technically £4 because it was buy one get one half price. And we saw all these signed copies, and I was just like, I'm really tempted just to buy one and get rid of my other copy, like sell it or something, but I didn't. And then we went in yesterday, there was still signed copies, and there was only 2, so I was like, I have to get one because I'm gonna miss my chance. So I brought one, and it's signed by Tommy Adeyemi. I had to buy it just because it was signed. Sell my other copy of Children of Blood and Bone, or do a giveaway somehow, some way. I mean, I don't really have enough view base to do a giveaway. I don't know how it'll work, but I don't know, we can see. I'll see what I'm going to do with that, but at this point in time it's just going to kind of sit there for a while, because I don't want to get rid of it, but I know I should, because it's the exact same book, the exact same edition, the exact same copy, just one's signed and one isn't. Let's make sure I don't give away the wrong one. I remembered as I was watching a video that I actually brought 3 more books. There's a little haul for you. Bags are now packed. I've put some makeup on because I don't want the entire readathon vlog to be me looking atrocious as it usually is. And now I'm gonna head over to Tia and Shakira's house and read and read and read and read, and this camera's blurry. Oh well. So I'm at Tia and Shakira's house now, and I never actually ended the vlog editing it, so I'm here just to quickly end it. And remember that there won't be a Monday portion to next week's vlog, a 24-hour separate readathon vlog, which will be up on Thursday. So you still are getting a Monday portion to a vlog, but it just won't be in with the weekly vlog. But if you enjoyed this weekly vlog, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I post a new weekly reading vlog like this every Monday and a new booktube video every Thursday. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Bye.